shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a participant from the playoffs last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will kick it away first. And he's going to bring it out. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. The give from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To the air, it's Wong. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted in the first drive, in for the pick. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot of these types of things. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to that.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
On third down, he drops the throw. Intercepted, big play. Takes it the other way. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you can tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll run it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Wong. He turns that loose down the right side.
and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Newton. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give on the inside. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. It just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had them all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the 1st down out of the Wildcat.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Right on the money. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
The thing I love about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route. The quarterback always knows
really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
The Gators have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers.
Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab down the middle. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Offense working from the pistol. He'll run it again. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Looking for a man. It's Wong. Throws for the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
That is no good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles. playmakers that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. You're not able to get it.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. And the ball is free on the pitch. Recover by the defense, and he's off. And how about this defense coming up with the play? You want to make your quarterback a runner? Fine. We're going to stop him and take the ball.
And they were prepared, right? This is a defense that looks like they studied film, and they knew that this offense was going to attack them with the running quarterback on designed runs. So great job by the defense, recognizing what was happening, getting to the football, and better yet, creating a takeaway.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Direct snap. Breaks the tackle. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Nothing's did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Cincinnati is on top. They've played awfully well today, and though that's not Desmond Ritter out there, this group is fighting. They're up by a field goal over Kansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion. Good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive when these 3rd downs present themselves.
Direct snap. It's Lindsey. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
I think everybody wants to go for it in this situation. but you got to actually do it, and you got to be comfortable with the consequences if you miss this. Obviously, he was. Conversion's good. Nothing to write home about. No fans upset. Everybody happy. All right.
They're going to ride this running back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the back. Nice defensive play to get his hand in there and knock it away.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good at zone coverage and reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20. Touchdown time. The defense gets it down with a huge interception return. A lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Newton. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. And they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air.
And the defense, they have
starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Release to the back. Grab near the sticks. It's Lindsey. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
To the air on first down. He's got it. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell.
It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Florida. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Alabama pushing the tempo. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Finds just enough daylight to work its way up to the 19-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Wide open downfield. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Wong. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good, and you got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He might want another play. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Wong. He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with 1 play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
1 play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too. Picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. A quick out. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Cano. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I'm down in the. I'm going with the rules. I'm down more than 13 points. Yeah, yeah. I always have them up when I play. So yeah, down 13 or more, or down on the 4th. All right, but
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Cano. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Wants to keep it in the air. And as he throws, complete downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And the quarterback's showing a lot of toughness on that play, being able to focus downfield with all that pressure coming right ahead.
The Gators are marching down the field. They try to get it outside on the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the 2nd half.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Lindsey. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Really nice job of awareness on 1st down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Lindsey. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back the very first play. Let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Lindsey. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to throw again. And he was flat. Missed it. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
You got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Heading off to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Rushes on him. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll move the tight end. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10.
Convoy, igloo, igloo. Go over.
He leaves it with his back. Plows through the defense. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Toss to the outside. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down.
Pound 55, weak.
Off the RPO, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Scanning the field, it's Wong. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. Not enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
On
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So give the more physical team go ice this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's third and goal. They'll try the run. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Cincinnati has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Nippert Stadium. They're up by just 1 over Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lost a throw on first down. Quickly complete. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Looking to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
Second down coming up. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking left. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with a no.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He's got it down the middle. He'll get into the end zone for the 2, and now the deficit is 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just over a minute and a half to play as they line up for the onside kick and what is likely their last gasp in this game. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Back to throw, it's Wong. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They bring the punter onto the field now. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. The kick is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Working up top, and time is of the essence. He'll pull it down. After 40, there he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you get into the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge game in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Lost a pass, and he's got to make a play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for the room. He's inside the 40. And he's going to take it all. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Newton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Right down the middle. And he throws another interception. His third of the night.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.